Food is such a deeply personal, emotional subject. We have associations to our families. We have this concept of breaking bread with people. It's a very emotional language. My second son would cry every time I would nurse him. No matter what I had eaten, it felt like he was crying and he would have reflux, and he just had a lot of food sensitivities. It really felt like those food sensitivities were deeply affecting his body, his brain, all of it. And I sat there with him and I held him while he cried, and I just remember thinking that this feels sad. Like it was just hard, you know? I just went in the kitchen and I was like, I'm just gonna pull out everything that I can say yes to, everything that's like good but delicious. We've got these gorgeous almonds, you know, chia seeds and hemp seeds, and then it was like, okay, what fruits do I want to add in? Maple syrup and coconut butter and like all these different things. Started putting everything into a bowl. And so then I baked it, and then I was like, hey guys, I made a snack. And like 5 minutes later, they were all gone. And they were like, more please. And I was like, wait, seriously? That took a long time. I don't even know what I did. And all of a sudden people were like, what are you eating? And so I just started making these things, and then I'm bringing people like brown bags. And so then I went into our grocery store and I said, hey, would you want to sell these things? I think people like them. And the buyer took one bite and he was like, get it on the shelf. And I was like, I'd have to be a business. And he's like, figure it out. And I was like, okay, game on. So that was it. That was how YesBar got born. I just wanted something I could say yes to that my kid would say yes to.
Hi, I'm Abigail Wald, and I created the very first YesBar right here in this kitchen in Laurel Canyon, California.
And I was like, how do you do packaging? And how do you do branding? And how do you make a website? And I didn't come from any of this. About a year later, I was like, gosh, I really need help.
I have a food allergy, and so I'm allergic to gluten. For me, it was like, I can say yes to this product. It's got great ingredients. It's got a great story. This can be something bigger than just a bar.
One of the big values we had as a business early on, when other people zig, we're gonna zag. When everyone else is trying to put their bars in a grocery store, we're gonna sell our bars on Amazon. As we jumped into Seller Central, we were able to learn and see immediate feedback positively from a number of fronts. From our inventory to sales to running our first digital ads. Right away, there was instant feedback. It was the right place for us to be. So you can see the total spend, the total sales. There's other metrics you can add up in here. We could search for people who are eating this who are diabetic, right? And so you search that term. Now it'll bring up everyone here. Excellent exercise food for a type 2 diabetic. I'm pre-diabetic, these taste so good. In a competitive environment as a brand owner, it's so crucial to be able to use that digital shelf in that store to tell your story.
When we started to use Amazon A+ content, I think that was a huge differentiator for us. I think we could tell more of our story versus just having the 6 tiles of people seeing the product images.
It's what allows us to talk about the ingredients. It's what allows us to tell the story behind the ingredients. There's nothing more valuable than that.
There's 2 things I think that we can do to increase the impact of our A+, which is like...
Amazon has helped us make some pretty big brand decisions after running some data of like an A/B testing. Having the product on the front and showing the bars, we were able to see a massive spike in our sales.
People are price conscious. I wish you get more than 6 for the price they're charging. If we can introduce like a multi-pack of like mini bars that's at a lower price point and they're getting 16 bars instead of 6.
The mini bars are so cute.
Yeah.
We have a cornerstone consumer that people are looking for, like a higher indexing consumer, because we are a premium health product. But we also have people who are on the lower end of the income spectrum that are really engaged with our product. Brand analytics allowed us to understand there's still people who are in the lower income demographics who are really engaged with your product. And so if you can continue to deliver that value through the tools that Amazon provides, you're gonna be able to build your business. We wanted to make sure like everybody has access to good food.
Yeah, what are you making?
Tortillas.
I think I intuitively understood that just as a mother, that this was a gift well beyond just this packaged snack bar. This was a way to make people care for themselves, to make people feel good about themselves. What I was feeling in that kitchen that day of like, this shouldn't be this hard. Not everybody should have to come up with this. And so we can actually do this for you. Every one of our values about life, about friendship, about family, about love, about positivity, just condensed into this tiny little bar that we then get to share with customers around the world. I do my job, and then Brendan and Jeremy do all of their magic, but Amazon is our fourth partner.